Yikes.
Like,
okay.
not like
That's fair.
necessarily, like not in a clinical sense, but just
Yeah.
kind of like, oh, I'm cozy here.
Yeah.
I have everything I need. Like when I start feeling like that, I'm like, bitch, you need to go outside. Like you
touch grass.
Yes. I'm like, go take a lap.
That's
if
funny.
you've been in the house for too long.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Rant Files. I'm Nick, and this is my lovely wife and co-host, Miranda.
Hello.
She's going in this episode completely blind and doesn't know what any of the topics are. But first, I got a new one for you.
Oh.
I'm calling this one Normalize This or Stop This. We have 10 topics, and we're going to go one at a time.
Oh God, is it like rapid fire?
No, we're not
Oh,
going to do
okay.
that. No.
I was like, whew, let me get
So we'll
ready.
do all of them. After I give you the topic, you'll choose either normalize this or stop this. And then obviously your reasoning behind that thought process, right?
Okay.
I have examples for each one if you need a nudge, but they're all pretty self-explanatory. Does that make sense?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so the first one is leaving events early. Normalize this or stop this.
I don't hate it. I've definitely left events early. I've also not left events early. So, yeah, I think honestly, every time that I haven't left an event early, I'm like, we should have left a long time ago. So let's normalize that.
Normalize? Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. I definitely agree because I like to get home at a reasonable time.
Yes.
And I'd rather be home.
And well,
Anyways.
100%, I'd always rather be home. But then like beating the crowds and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like I remember like concerts and stuff that I've gone to and we've been like, let's get out of here.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense
Yeah,
for sure.
like when we went to Warped Tour, it was the year that 303 was like the headliner or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And they had that song Don't Trust Me.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited, 303, wow. And it was great and all. And then we're like listening, we're like, fuck, man, we're going to have to like fight the whole crowd, like everybody trying to get out of here. And because it was a big, I mean, it's Warped Tour. So there's a shit ton of people there. But yeah, we were just like, oh my God, we like having to try and get around everybody and all this stuff. And that was also like the end of our weekend too. So we were like,
Jesus.
we're ready to fucking go home. And we still had to drive back down home from Shakopee. So like, yeah, we were like, we gotta go. And then like, right as we got to the car, they started playing Don't Trust Me. And I was like, but I was still like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I
'cause
was like, let's go.
crowds for something like that, it's gonna fucking take forever
Oh,
to get out
it
of
was
there.
not, yeah. And I mean, like, the parking was insane because it's just like a big ass, like, empty lot. It really is all it was. So we had to, like, already walk out of the festival over to the car and everything,
That's
and
awful.
then, like, get our way out. So, yeah, we were like, we didn't want to try and get out of there while everybody was trying to walk around, too.
That's
and
fair.
yeah, like, wanted to get out of there before it got dark as well.
Yeah.
So, because of all the people and stuff. So, we were just like, let's just go.
One of the last comedy shows we went to, we did the same thing. I mean, it already was running later than we had hoped.
Yeah.
But even so, we were like, we got to beat this fucking crowd because it's gonna take forever to get out of
Yeah,
here.
well, also exactly, and
Especially if you
because
bottleneck getting out.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say because there was one that we stayed for, and we ended up like standing in like the hall outside of the like. Not the arena. What is it called? I don't know. It's at the Broadmoor. But we were like ended up standing in that long hallway and everything. Yeah. Like everybody was
like
just
the corridor.
Yeah,
kind of
we were
thing?
just at a standstill, and I was like,
yeah.
We should have left a while ago.
Exactly. So you would normalize this then?
Yes.
Absolutely. Not answering texts immediately. Normalize this or stop this.
Normalize it.
Oh yeah, why?
I mean, I think somebody said it in one of the Am I the Assholes that my phone is for my convenience, not yours.
That's
so
fair.
I'll get to it when
like
I
that.
get to it.
I like that. That's funny.
And I do that all the time, but that's also why I tend to have a shit ton of notifications up because if I get rid of them, I'm gonna forget. Out of sight, out of mind.
yeah, absolutely.
100%.
I don't clear those. There's a few times during the day where I'll go through notifications. Like the gym is one of them.
Yeah.
It's like when I'm doing the cardio and stuff on the Stairmaster. I got 30 minutes there that I can actually go through like all the notifications and all that kind of stuff. But then like in between like that and like kind of winding down, I'm not checking a whole lot of notifications.
No.
Like, you know,
especially if it feels like if
I'm
it's
busy
something I
throughout the
can
day.
respond to quickly, then I will. But if it's something that I feel like I need to devote some time to and I just don't have it, I'm like, I will leave that notification there and I'll get to it when I get to it. I just don't have the time to like get into it, and then I don't even want to like introduce myself to it, I guess, because then the other person's going to be like, oh, you're available. I'm not actually. So
there are a few things that I do though to kind of help me, help later me or whatever.
Yeah, future you.
Yeah, future you. And that's clearing out notifications I know that I don't need, like weather and shit like that.
Yep.
And I'll leave the other ones, like the socials and like from all like the story, the shorts and everything, and like messages and all that. I'll leave those and clear out everything else. So when I come back later, I can just go boom, boom, boom,
I'm
boom,
like,
boom.
okay, I wanted to read all of these.
Exactly.
You know, but because I don't, I hate having to feel like I have to just like rush through everything. Like I like taking the time to read this stuff.
Yes.
But especially with messages though, sometimes I just don't have the capacity to like take on what somebody else is asking me for.
Yeah.
I just don't.
And I like that too. What was it verbatim? My phone is for my convenience,
my phone
not
is,
yours.
Yep.
I like that. See,
go.
that's we should get that as a sign. Changing your mind. Normalize this or stop this.
Normalize it 100%.
Oh yeah, why?
Yeah, I think it's a healthy part of growth and learning. Everybody should change their mind about things.
I agree.
Like there should, I can't think of, obviously there's some situations where it's like, that's ridiculous that you're right on track. You don't need to change your mind. But, what I said, I don't think
you should ever be like, no matter what, stick to what you originally said. Like, there's no growth there.
Exactly. I think that as long as if you say something and then you like learn more about it and all this stuff, and you are refusing to change your mind just because it's what I said, I'm going to stand on it, then you're fucking dumb.
Yeah, that's insane.
Acknowledge that you have since learned, and with the new information, you have changed your mind. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, adjusting based off of new information is absolutely essential for growth.
Yes,
like
100%.
But there's some people that they're just gonna stick to their guns because that's what they originally said.
No,
and that's fucking wild.
That's so
to me.
No, and like I get it. I'll be stubborn as shit sometimes, but
I know.
No, but there's definitely a lot of times where I'll say something and then I'll be like, okay, now given this new information. Now that I've thought it through a little bit more, I'll take back what I said and let me or whatever, like I've done it here. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
That's part of learning.
Yeah. It's like a hypothesis kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
like
just adjust from there.
Science.
Yeah.
That's not science.
So normalize it. I like it. Not having it all figured out. Normalize this or stop this.
Definitely normalize it.
Why?
Because who does?
Some people think they do.
I thought you were going to say something else.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say some people do. Then I was going to be like, kudos to you.
I don't
think so. Yeah.
Have it all figured out? No.
If you've got it all figured, if you're fucking coasting, you're doing great. Good for you.
I feel like that's when growth stops, though. You stop learning. And that's the most toxic thing that I could possibly think of is, and I've known people like this, right? They like the know-it-alls. They just fucking know everything under the sun. Even when they're like blatantly wrong, to them, they're 100% right.
No.
And it's not only is it toxic.
It's annoying.
I mean, yeah, of course it's annoying. But like for that individual, you're not going to learn.
Yeah, I feel like you're stunting your own growth by doing that. And I mean, that's your business.
Especially if you're young.
I'm going to leave you where I met you.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I mean, yeah, and you're going to continue to grow, and they're just going to be left in that fucking
That's what I'm saying. Like, if
place.
that's how you want to go through your life, then by all means, boo-boo. If you like it, I love it.
Constantly learning and growing is just a part of life, and it should never stop, no matter how old you are.
Love learning. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for all the fucking papers, I would be in college for forever. I love learning new things. I hate writing papers, though.
That sounds awful,
yeah.
I could definitely continue continue learning my entire life without going back to college.
Oh yeah, and
sure.
well, that's what I was gonna say is I do. So like because I don't want to
Exactly.
do that, I find other ways to
Exactly.
keep my brain moving and things like that. Don't want to get stagnant.
Exactly.
Like,
That's where it's at though, right there.
Yeah.
Setting boundaries. Normalize this or stop this. We talk about this
100%
a lot with our
it.
Am I the Asshole stories too.
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Setting boundaries.
Yeah. Because
Some people don't have them.
that's unfortunate.
Especially when it comes, I think the line is even more gray, I guess, with family. For a lot of it. Not for us.
Yeah,
but
when you get like the people pleasing and like the overstepping family and stuff like that. But like, yeah, especially if you grow up in that dynamic, you think that that's normal. So then as you know,
culture too.
learn more, like we said, you learn more things and you're like, hey, I would like to establish these boundaries to like keep myself
right
at peace, whatever kind of thing you need.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, I'm always in favor of boundaries.
I mean, I think you have to have them to just protect your peace. Protect your time, energy, mental space. All that is absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
So normalize this for sure.
Yes. Books, boundaries, budget.
Okay.
Those are my 3 words of the year.
Okay. All right. I like that. That's funny because the next one is talking about money.
Oh.
Normalize this or stop this.
What do you mean just talking about it
Talking
in
about
general?
money. Yeah, talking about money. A lot of people are split on this, and I think most of the population is leaning towards one. But what do you think?
I'm 50-50 on it.
Okay.
It depends on who you're talking to.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because some people, you can have that candid conversation about money and stuff like that. Typically, it's if you... Not even I guess if you don't feel like there's that competitive kind of relationship between the two of you where you feel like
That's
you
fair.
can talk about things like that without like any animosity or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're like if you're a more wealthy friend, probably don't go talk to your less wealthy friend about like, oh
That
my
makes
God,
sense.
I had to cancel my cruise or whatever. Like if they can't fucking pay for groceries,
That's
like read the room.
very important.
Yeah. So, but then also like in the same breath though, you can't, sometimes people have like ill feelings towards you because you're doing better. And it's not necessarily that you're throwing it in their face or anything like that, but sometimes people are just like that.
That's
so
true.
That's another thing. Like I'm not going to have this conversation with someone if they're going to be like, oh, it must be so nice. Yeah, it actually fucking is. That's why I work.
Yeah.
Bitch, what? Like, I'll be so fucking nice.
That's
I really
funny.
will. But don't ever turn around and be like, it must be so nice. It fucking is, actually.
especially
That's
when
why
you,
I worked hard for what I have.
Yeah, if you work for it.
Yes, I'll be.
Some people are just
I will be
haters.
very kind and generous, but don't you dare try and throw that shit in my face.
Yeah.
Like, no.
That's very
No.
true. And a lot of people will do that.
That's my boundary.
Yeah. A lot of people will do that, though.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I'm very careful about who I talk about certain things with because of that.
Yeah.
Like, if I get any inkling of that kind of attitude, we will never be talking financials again. And if it, like, stems into more, we'll just stop talking.
Yeah, that's true.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Like,
I think having smart, honest conversations to learn and grow about just making money and stuff like that is just, it's good practice.
Yeah,
Like,
if you're able
you
to
grow.
have a healthy conversation about it without somebody like getting defensive or anything, whatever. If you're able to do it like that, then yes,
you need to be at the right
great.
table for that conversation.
Exactly. You just can't have those conversations with everybody.
Exactly. So you're 50-50 then.
Yeah, because that's
Normalize this with some people, stop it with the others.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's just the truth. Finances are sensitive.
Yeah.
You cannot talk about that shit with everybody.
Yeah. There was, I don't know why this came to my head. I think I wanted to talk about it a few times, but the topic never came up. But it was weird, like going along the topic of talking about money. This one person from my past, right, reached out and seems like they're doing okay. They're doing well. But then it seemed like he was asking about the podcast because that's where he saw it, right? And he reached out and just casual conversation, but then he turned it into a sales pitch. He wanted to recruit me for like his, I don't know, some job that he was doing, whatever he's doing, like sales or something like that. And I didn't mention money or anything like that, right? Because I know some people just don't like to hear that.
Yeah.
You need to be at the right table, like we had said, right? And this just wasn't that kind of place.
Yeah.
So I didn't mention anything. But he threw a number at me, trying to recruit me, right? And I was like, dude, I said something like, dude, I mean, I appreciate it, but I don't want to take the pay cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he kind of got defensive in the message. He was kind of like, he's like, well, what was it? It's like all bullshit aside or whatever. He was like, well, our manager or like somebody like a lot higher than him makes that same amount. And I was like, well, I didn't mean it as like an attack, like you're not making enough money. It wasn't like that. It's just you threw a number at me. I don't want to take the pay cut, so I was like, I'm good, man. I appreciate it. And then you get defensive.
Well, also this person that you're referring to is neither me nor you. So why?
Yeah, that's another.
What are you?
So to make the money that I'm making now, I need to get up to your.
So I need to aspire to be your
boss.
Yeah, like.
But you're trying to recruit me for this sales job essentially, and I was like, dude, again, I didn't exactly like I didn't.
Also, fuck being in sales, and I am not down for that shit.
But I wasn't the first one to throw out the number. You were. So I think in that scenario, and I wanted to talk about this a few times, like I said, in that scenario, you can't blame the other side, the person that's just responding, because you threw the number out first.
Sometimes, yeah, but sometimes people are super pushy, and honestly, you know what? It's because you're in sales. Like, I'm just gonna fucking say it. That's why I don't get into sales, because if I'm like, hey, are you interested in this thing? And you're like, no, I'm like, all right, check you later. Yeah. I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, let me tell you why. You wanna know why? Because I hate that shit. If I say no, move along. Don't convince me to change my no.
But some people, I mean, that's their profession. That's what they do.
No, I hate those people. That's why I hate going to get a new car. You know how many times I have wanted to just look at a fucking car salesman and been like, I know exactly what the fuck I want. If you show me anything else, I'm getting the fuck out of here and you will not get any commission. Don't talk to me about anything I don't want. Remember that one time when we were going to look for a car and you guys made me sit in that PT Cruiser? I was so pissed.
Yeah. Yeah, but that...
I still haven't forgotten about that.
Actually,
I was still so mad.
That very thing just happened and you ended up buying that car. The electric car that you refused to check out. You ended up buying it.
Yeah, that's true.
So you actually,
but
you actually did get
that
sold.
one. No, that one was different though. But
the PT
that
Cruiser,
one, the PT Cruiser. I was getting pissed when we were there. That was in Kansas. I was getting really fucking mad because I was like, "This is what I want," and they just kept coming back with something else, and I was like, this is what I want. And they were like, oh, it's a purple PT Cruiser. And you're like, oh, you like purple. And I was like, I don't want this stupid fucking car. God. And then I sat in it and they're like, how do you like it? And I was like, I feel like I'm being eaten alive. Can we move along now?
I think they were just trying to, because we didn't make a whole lot of money in Kansas, in the military, obviously.
No.
So I think they were just trying to get in that price range. But I mean, if you're super not into something, then obviously.
That was my thing, was that I'm like, I was telling you, like them, I was telling everybody over and over again, like, I am absolutely one. I have never liked those fucking cars.
No, they're pretty awful.
No, I don't want anything to do with it. And then the whole thing with the electric car, when I didn't know that like Mustangs even made electric cars.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know, honestly, I didn't know anything about electric cars. I'm going to be completely honest. I had a bias that really had not a lot of information behind it.
Exactly.
But whatever, that's just what it was, and I'll admit that I didn't know. Yeah. I thought that the only option was going to be a stupid fucking Tesla, and I was like, I'm not giving that piece of shit any money. So that's why I was like, absolutely not. I want nothing to do with it.
But I think
and then when we started talking about it,
but then I think once you actually, because that's part of, I mean, that's part of sales is, you know, that, and that's exactly the technique that specific salesman did, was just getting you into the car and just showing you what it's about and stuff like that. You know, that's it. It takes a very specific personality, a very, I guess, like a pushy personality.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
But they're not all like shiesty.
No, but that's why I like him, because like he doesn't have that like annoying pushy personality. Like I was definitely like, I really don't want an electric car and blah, blah. And he was like, I get what you're saying. And, you know, like after I was like airing my grievances about it, and he was like, okay, let me actually like give you some information here and stuff. And then that's where
education.
Exactly. That's where I was like, okay, I'm willing to hear what you have to say and learn more about this and see that, okay, I did have a misunderstanding about it. Yeah. And if I can do this without having to go that route, I'm interested in seeing what the options are. So, but even with that, I like once we did it, I was like, I really don't want this white car though. I was like, can we please get a different color?
That's funny.
I don't want this car.
Oh God. What about doing things alone? Normalize this or stop this?
Normalize it.
Why?
Because I love doing shit alone.
I mean, that's fair.
The older I get, the more I like being alone.
I wouldn't do the examples I have on here is like going out, traveling, eating solo and stuff like that. All that's, I mean, doing stuff like by yourself is obviously, you know, good for you. I just don't know about traveling. The more I think about it, I don't know. I guess it depends on where you're going. But even like, I don't know, just going really anywhere, like traveling wise by yourself is, I mean, I know people do it, right? But it's definitely has its risks. You know?
Because I've done it. So it's not like, I mean, definitely you have to have your wits about you. And as long as, like, I wouldn't travel, like, out of the country by myself. No. But, like, I've gone to another state by myself. Like, drove from, Iowa to Oklahoma by myself. Yep. And then drove from Kansas to Texas a couple times by myself. Yeah. Kansas to Minnesota.
I think in the States it's not too bad because it's very familiar. But yeah, your point about the like internationally.
Yeah, I don't think I would do an international trip by myself.
That is, just the complexities that go into that.
I really don't like flying in general.
That's true.
So like flying in the States is enough. It is enough.
That's fair.
That is draining.
That should definitely be normalized. I will say though, there is this like I don't know what the word is, but this weird thing about people eating alone. Sometimes they're looked at as like weirdos.
I know, but I don't.
You know what I mean? I guess I've never
mind it. Ever since I did it that one time on my birthday, I'm like, I'm down for this.
It's
shit.
peaceful.
I actually don't mind.
It's fucking peaceful
at all. Like it's kind of nice. Yeah, you get to go and sit down. You don't have to like talk to anybody about anything. You like your food? How did it come out?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Yeah,
like maybe sometimes I just want to like sit and eat my food and scroll, but like I don't want to cook. So.
And we've talked about this before, but like that's how I was on deployments.
Yeah.
So like you're just surrounded by fucking people at all times. The only time I ever got just like peace, it was chow.
Yeah.
It was fucking food. And like people look at you like a weirdo, like, oh, you're gonna go eat by yourself. It's like this is the only time I don't have to be around you fuckers.
Yeah.
Like this is literally the only time.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna enjoy my meal.
Yeah.
And just like sit here and just chill. You know, so definitely normalize that.
Yes, I don't mind going and eating by myself. I really don't.
That's fair. What about canceling plans? Normalize this or stop this? I didn't specify a reason.
I'm 50-50.
Oh yeah, why?
Cause on one hand I'm like, that's fine if we cancel, and then on the other hand I'm like, okay, if you cancel all the time, I'm gonna stop making plans with you. So,
yeah. I guess if like normalize this, if like it's
if it's not
the feeling
constant,
is mutual,
yeah,
you know?
like if it's not a constant thing. If I make plans with you, like if I make plans with you twice and you cancel, you get one more try. If you cancel on that third time, I will not make plans with you again. And if we do make plans, I'm going to double book you. And then I'm going to cancel and go do my other thing.
Oh, God. Jesus. But I think, I don't know, like, it really depends on if you're like a homebody or not, too.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, if one party is, like, they want to go out to the bars and the clubs and they do it every weekend and shit like that. And then you have one person that's like, I just like to be home. Like that's what I like to do.
Well, that's another part too. That's like, I love to be home as well, but I notice sometimes if I'm home too much, get a little agoraphobic, and then we're like Sheila on Shameless, where it's like I don't want to leave the house, or
yikes.
Like
okay,
not like necessarily like not in a clinical sense, but just kind of like, oh, I'm cozy here.
Yeah,
I have everything I need. Like when I start feeling like that, I'm like, bitch, you need to go outside. Like you
touch grass.
Yes, I'm like, go take a lap.
That's
if you've been in the house for too long.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I definitely don't mind when plans get canceled though, because then I can just stay home. But that's me.
I don't, unless it's like, God, it would have to be like if I already put money down on it or something, then I would be upset.
Yeah, right.
But other than that,
I mean, just like a casual, not like, I definitely wouldn't like not a vacation or like a distant, like you have to travel somewhere or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But like just like going out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Something like that. Definitely, I would normalize that for sure. Yeah,
definitely.
What about not turning hobbies into income?
I feel like we just talked about this. Oh, not doing it. Okay.
Not turning hobbies into income.
Normalize it. Absolutely. Okay, not everything needs to be a side hustle. Like hustle culture has kind of gotten out of control.
That's fair.
People are allowed to do things just for enjoyment. You don't have to make money doing everything that you do. That's capitalism speaking. I
think just doing things purely because you enjoy them is okay.
Yes. I mean, obviously, if it brings you joy and you want to make money, then by all means, go for it.
Yeah, but you don't need to do it for literally everything you do.
Yeah, like if your friend is like, oh my God, I've really been enjoying making these things. You don't always have to be like, you should sell these. You should make money. Like you should do this. And you should. Sometimes people just enjoy the activity of doing it.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's okay.
And that's okay to keep it like that.
Yeah, that's fine. If you enjoy it, if it makes you happy, you're good.
Yeah. I definitely agree. For sure. What about this is the last one.
Okay.
Outgrowing people. Normalize this or stop this?
Absolutely normalize it.
Yeah, why?
I mean, if they're not going to grow, there's no reason why you should stop.
That's fair. I mean, they can still be growing, but in a different direction as well, you could say.
That's true, too. Yeah. If they're,
just growing apart,
Yeah, we can grow apart. We definitely, that's fine. That's fine.
I think the example that I have, I really like this quote, but it's moving on from relationships that no longer align with your life is how you grow.
Yeah, sometimes you guys are in each other's lives for when you're supposed to be, and then you move on.
Yeah,
and
makes sense to me.
Fine.
All right, time for our first Am I the Asshole? So this story is titled, Am I the Asshole for showering around midnight when I know that it might bother the neighbor who wakes up at 5 a.m.? It's a long-ass question.
Okay.
We purchased the home and moved in recently. Housing opportunities are tight in our area, so even though we were warned that the walls are very thin and the neighbors hear a lot of noise from the apartment, especially from the bathroom, we still chose this property because everything else is picture perfect for us. We are generally a very quiet couple without kids or animals. Our hobbies, beadwork, I'm not sure what that is.
Probably like necklaces and stuff.
Video games on headphones without streaming, reading, Netflix, are generally quiet, and we only invite friends over every 2 to 4 weeks, and we haven't invited anyone over as we are still decorating and everything. We are the owners of the apartment. The neighbors are a couple and a small kid. They rent the apartment next to us, and before we purchased the home, they warned us that they generally hear a lot of noise coming from our bathroom and that it's their bedroom on the other side of the wall. But as I mentioned, our options were limited, and given that we are not noisy at all, we thought we can take the situation. We sometimes hear their toddler, but that's completely okay. It doesn't bother us at all. The problem is that we bother them as our routine is very different. They wake up at 5 a.m. and generally quiet down at 8 p.m. when the kid goes to sleep. On the other hand, because I work from home until 7 p.m., I generally start my evening around 8 p.m. and only end up showering around midnight, which bothers them. The whole building is quiet, so they tend to hear how I put my stuff down, how the water runs, how I sometimes drop a few things, and mentioned it very nicely a few times. But I can see that they are pretty annoyed. Now, I'm torn between switching up my whole nighttime routine to shower first, which just doesn't sit right with me. I like to go to bed freshly showered. because they ask nicely and they wake up around 5 a.m. So it must be annoying to get woken up at midnight. On the other hand, they only rent while we own the home, and I think we are generally very good and quiet neighbors, apart from the fact I shower late. They invited us over to listen to the volume, and to be honest, it's not that loud. Sure, you can hear something, and it must feel louder in the silence of the night, but it's not incredibly loud. Am I the asshole for showering at night?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I can see how they probably think you are because if they think it's loud or whatever. But I would be like, can you sleep with a fan? Or like,
interesting.
If it's not that loud, like if you said, I don't know, that's probably what I would have said. Like if they had me over there and it wasn't that loud, I probably would have been like, oh, if you have a fan in here, that'll probably mask it or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Also,
here it is.
Tend to like get to sleep through things. I feel like we used to live next to fucking train tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we first moved in, that was really fucking annoying. You know how long it took me to start sleeping through that shit? Like 2 weeks. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
I sympathize, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because like I'm a heavy sleeper and like I would be like, oh, whatever.
Okay. But they seem to be light sleepers because they're getting woken up.
Put a fucking noise machine in your room.
Okay. All right.
Help find a solution other than being like, can you be quiet? Can you change your routine?
Okay.
Can you do that? What are you doing to help remedy your problem?
Okay.
Or are you just relying on me to do it?
What's your verdict?
I still don't think he's the asshole.
Okay, so not the asshole.
Was it a man? They, whatever.
Yeah,
I don't think they're the asshole.
Okay, yeah. Doesn't say.
Okay.
That's fine. So not the asshole.
I don't
Okay,
think so.
I want to highlight something because Reddit is on the complete opposite end of the spectrum.
Really?
Completely. And so was I when I read it initially, because I never go straight to the comments, right? I read the whole story, I kind of put together my own kind of opinion, and then I go to the comments to see like what people are saying. Everybody picked up on one very specific part of the story, and it converted everybody to the other side of it.
Okay.
And that was the fact that one owns and one rents, and that how OP pointed that out very specifically.
I was okay. I caught that too, and I was like, I'm not gonna let that. I don't know if you were implying that means that you have more of a right to your routine. That's why I was just gonna let that one go because there wasn't a whole lot more about it.
I think the most important thing is the way that OP calls it out. On the other hand, they only rent while we own the home.
So I think...
So if they owned, you would have more respect for their...
I think maybe that was a fucked up thing to say. Just because it implies like, well, if you don't like it, you can leave. Like...
Just because you're renting? What if they can't afford to buy the property?
No, I agree.
You know?
I do think, I mean, like two things can be true.
I didn't catch on to it when I first read the story. It wasn't until I started looking at the comments, and the verdict was very much you are the asshole. I mean, overwhelmingly.
Yeah, I mean, for the way that comment comes off, definitely gives off asshole vibes. The whole situation, as you know, in general, though, I don't think you're the asshole.
I think that's what turned it for me, though, is the fact that that's even part of the conversation.
Yeah.
If that's your mentality of where, like, well, we own and you rent, so, like, your opinion doesn't mean as much.
Yeah, that definitely wouldn't have been my approach to it.
That's what kind of changed it for me. But I do see the other side of it to where it's like, well, okay, like, we bought this property, and, like, I know there's this issue where you can hear through the walls and everything, but, like, I'm not gonna quit showering. You know what I mean? I guess you could shower earlier, but at the same time, like if we were in the same scenario, right, and we had us and the kids, and we always do showers at the same time. It's down to a fucking rhythm, right? It has been for a long time. That's not gonna change.
No.
You know what I mean? So like if this were to happen to us, right?
I'd be like, I have to completely restructure my whole fucking day.
I'm not sure that I would do that.
No,
right?
That's what I'm saying is like in the place of OP, if the neighbor kept coming to me like, you're being too loud and you're doing this and you're doing that, I would be like, are you doing anything to help yourself? Or are you just laying in bed at night stewing about the fact that I'm in the shower? Like, get a fucking fan.
Yeah,
get
something.
a noise. There are things out there to help with this shit.
The same
Try
thing
and
happens
help yourself
with,
and then come to
with
me.
hotels too. Like you hear that, and I get it. I understand how that can be annoying, but at the same time, like we both
Communal
live here,
living.
so we have exactly, you know.
Yeah, like it sucks. I've lived in an apartment too. I've been woken up in the middle of the night as well.
Yeah.
It's fucking annoying, but that's kind of what the situation is with communal living.
You both went into it knowing that that's an issue.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's something that you can do, and I think I saw something about this in the comments. But the person that actually owns may be able to do, or will be able to do, a lot more than the person that rents, because like as far as like noise cancellation and stuff like that,
I was gonna say, can you like add some extra insulation in that wall that you guys share? Like that was my first thought.
You'd have to do it on the owner's side, because that's where the noise is coming from.
I know, but if like their shower is up on that side, then wouldn't it be easier to go in from the other side and add the extra insulation on the renters?
It doesn't specify. That's a good question.
But
it doesn't specify if the shower is up against that wall. It just says the bathroom.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying is that like if whenever I have an issue with like something that's happening, if it's something that I'm like, okay, let me try and fix this situation myself. Let me try and make it better before I fucking go and like start lashing out at anybody else or anything like that. It sounds to me like they just went right to you to complain.
Yeah.
Like,
so I definitely
yourself and then I'll help too.
I see both sides of it, but what changes it for me, and to be fair, it's after looking at the comments that I kind of got to this opinion, because before it was not the asshole, right? Because I understand like both sides of it, but because of that one comment, it changed it for me. And my verdict is you're the asshole. Yeah, when you zoom in on that. Because that shouldn't even be part of the equation.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
The only time that should come into the equation is that if somebody is talking about making structural changes.
Well, that's what I was going to say, is that if you're the owner, then you should be like, well,
but OP didn't say anything about that. OP didn't say anything about structural changes. OP only said that the opinion, right? So on the other hand, they only rent while we own the home. And I think we are generally very good and quiet neighbors, apart from the fact that I shower late. So just because you put that in there, they rent and we own, you're not talking about structural changes right now. And that's the only time that should even come into the equation. The fact that matters to you makes me think that you're kind of
that is an
leaning
asshole.
More towards
that is an asshole viewpoint.
I got 3 top comments. The first one is, you're the asshole for caring that they rent versus own. Would you behave differently if they own their home? If you would, you're the asshole. Second one is, you're the asshole. I think you could compromise with your neighbors and shower a little earlier, even at 10 or 11, which I don't entirely agree with, because why do I have to change my schedule? Like what we just said, right?
Well, yeah, because like, what if he's working and then he wants, like, he goes and works out or something like that, or they go and work out, like, now I can't work it, or what, I have to shower and then work it. That doesn't make sense. Right. So that's why I'm saying I don't necessarily think that you changing your whole routine is the number one answer. Yeah. But yes, that was an asshole comment to throw that in there. 100%.
The last one is, OP is really trying to paint themselves the victims here. It's easier to move than to sell an apartment. Well, it's easiest to shower at 10 p.m. Which, again, I understand the concept, but if we put ourselves in the shoes, and we do showers at it's
like roughly 9 o'clock.
8 o'clock, yeah, between 8 and 9 o'clock, that's showers.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not fucking moving that.
No.
That's not happening, right?
No.
But you could make the argument that like 9, between 8 and 9 is drastically different than midnight.
I mean, yeah, 100%.
So,
I still just
it's
think,
your life. It's your fucking choice.
Yeah.
But I still agree with the verdict of you're the asshole, just because of that comment is just asshole.
You know what? I'm changing my verdict.
Oh?
Everyone sucks here.
Oh, there you go. I didn't see any of those, but that's a good one.
Yep. Now that I've... Yeah, because like I said, I mean, I definitely like skimmed over that the first go around.
So did I.
But yeah, after like if you really zoom in on it, that is asshole behavior.
Yeah.
I still agree like you shouldn't have to change your routine. The neighbors should try and make more of an effort to remedy the situation as well.
I think that's a better verdict.
But I think everyone sucks here. You guys need to find a way to come to a fucking compromise without you having to sell your home and them having to move. There's no need for it to get that extreme. Like,
right.
I know, but that's what I'm saying as far as like the owner and renter conversation
I think
goes.
you guys should, I think you nailed it on the head. I think you guys need to just work the shit out, right?
Yeah.
But don't, there should be no conversation about who owns and who rents. It doesn't fucking matter, right?
The only time that needs to come up is if you're like, okay, well, what about, like the additional insulation or something?
Exactly.
Then they can be like, well, you're the owner. That's your decision. And you can be like, great, let me go down to fucking Lowe's and I will go do it right now.
Exactly.
Like, say no more.
Especially because, like, if you have the option to have a decent relationship with your neighbors,
it makes life significantly better when you can get along with your neighbors. The worst thing ever is when you like go outside and you just see people that you fucking hate. And they're there all the time because they live there too.
Especially when you own.
Yes. Yeah. So like, don't let this get worse.
Because then you're going to be there for a long time. All right, let's get into some rant or rave. You know the deal. You get 4 choices, and we'll see which ones you want to rant or rave about. This one doesn't go along with a theme, so if you don't want to do all of them, we don't have to.
Okay.
This week, we got day in the life content. We're a family workplace culture. Those are always fun. Food delivery fees. Early morning workout culture.
I mean, obviously, we differ on the last one. I'm not down with early morning anything.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I mean, you like it. I love it for you. That's
there you
great.
Go. What about the other ones? Day in the life content. We're a family workplace culture and food delivery fees.
Okay, I don't really watch day in the life content, so like I don't really have.
You don't have to watch it. You're just aware of it.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
Because if it's... so the case in point would be like, if it's a rant for you and you just don't like it, why would you watch those videos?
Yeah.
But they still exist. You still know about them.
I don't really have an opinion, honestly.
Okay.
It doesn't affect me. I don't care.
It would be an absolute fucking rant for me, but we don't have to do it.
Why?
Because a lot of it is over-dramatized. It's not realistic. And then it's going to take you twice as long to do whatever you're doing because you have to set up the camera and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
And there's that one guy. I don't have a problem with this dude. I don't even know his fucking name, but he's some influencer. And everybody was ripping on him because of his morning routine.
That dude with the fucking tape on his mouth. And then he spent like 30 minutes. Not even 30 minutes. He spent like 3 hours doing fucking nothing.
He does nothing for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Is what I've heard. I didn't watch the whole video. I've seen like clips of it.
I've seen like parodies more than I've seen the actual video.
So like, but from what I've heard is like 4 hours of him doing absolutely nothing. And like, I get it, but as I want to be careful here. I feel, this is my personal opinion, that if you're an influencer, especially one that does these kind of videos and this kind of content, and you know that there's like kids watching or younger impressionable minds or whatever, and they kind of take this seriously, and they're like, this is what I have to do to look like this person or whatever. Kind of like Liver King. Everybody fell into that fucking trap with eating balls and all that other stuff, right? When you put out videos like this, I know it seems innocent and stuff, and mostly it is, right? But if somebody follows this routine, and then they just duplicate what you've been doing, now you got 2 people that are doing fuck all for 4 hours of their day, right? And they're like, this is the way,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just wild to me. But it even gets even worse than that.
You're gonna love Into the Manosphere. I cannot wait to talk about that.
Okay. That's the next Rants in the Rocks?
Yes.
Did you already watch that documentary?
No, I started. I think I've gotten like most of the way through. I have to start it over.
I wonder if that dude's in it.
Might be.
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know.
That would be funny though.
I think I only know of like one of those guys that's in it by name.
Yeah.
And only because of like his controversies. Other than that, like I don't follow them. But I did kind of want to like watch. Well, I wanted to watch it all the way through first and like see what the content is.
Okay.
And then probably watch it with Malachi, honestly.
Okay. Yeah. I mean
I
Sure.
think we need to. Just
Sure, yeah. I mean,
if
that
this
makes sense.
shit is like as rampant as it seems to be,
It could be.
and he's like, "Ooh, I'm almost 13," and da 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 da. We need to.
Well, it's definitely, yeah, and that's what I mean. Very impressionable minds.
Exactly.
You know, kids
so
that are just
I'm
coming
like,
up and they're
yeah,
like, you know,
up the ante on the conversations that we've been having.
Exactly.
So,
even more so, like along those lines. And this is getting away from like
it is.
day in the life
Sorry.
content,
Yes.
but it's a good point because I mean, it's the same culture. It's the same kind of videos and same kind of content where people are pushing this.
Like, yeah, if you do this, then you get to live this life that I have.
Exactly.
And it's like,
and 9 times out of 10, that's not what happened. You know what I mean? Like, that's not factual, and you're pushing this false, I guess, narrative.
That's why, like, I really don't bother with those.
Yeah.
Just
very rarely anything you see on social media is it actually like legit.
Yeah, I'm like,
especially nowadays.
Yeah, and then like I've even when I was making videos on TikTok, I was like, oh my god, what if I did one of those? And I was like, what do? I go to the fucking grocery store. That's what I do, and then I come home and I sit at my desk in my office, like.
Do a lot more than that.
I know, but I was like, I was thinking about doing it one day because I had like gotten all done up and stuff, and because like I was just like, I'm going out to go walk around, and like maybe I'll go walk around the mall or something like that. I don't know. I ended up going to the car wash and like cleaning out my car. That's all I did. Like,
see, that's a very normal thing to do.
Exactly,
though.
But I was like, I just do like all this normal shit. Like, there's nothing in my day that's like worthy of a day in the life video.
I mean,
really isn't.
I think most normal people, and that's the problem with that content is like not everything is gonna be that.
Yeah, I'm like, if you live this like luxury, I guess, then yeah, you, like get kind of an inside peek on like how the other side lives. But I don't care that much either.
Yeah,
so,
but then you're not being realistic for a lot of these people. That
yeah, I'm
you know,
like,
it's just,
I don't know. I'd rather focus on my own day in my life than like watch yours.
And living like a peaceful kind of, you know, obviously like want to make lots of money and stuff like that and be able to go on vacations and say no whenever the fuck I want, stuff like that. But like, I don't need to create a day in the life video being like, this is how you get this.
Yeah. Well, I just always get nervous about stuff like that too, just because of like how easy it is to track people down and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's my big, like anytime I think, I've taken so many videos and then like I'll notice something in the background and I'm like, fuck, I just triangulated the shit out of myself. I can't post that. Or like, if I'm like, you know, like when I was doing my daily walk videos, there was a few times that I got like street signs in there and I was like, I'm not posting that. I'm too close to the house.
But that is, I mean, that's fucking OPSEC right there. That is operational fucking security. Well, that is exactly how it should be.
Listen, I took my position as a military spouse for 10 years very seriously. I was very protective of our rank.
Oh, Jesus. This is not...
Isn't that just the worst thing you've ever heard?
She's kidding.
I almost threw up just saying that.
That is fucking Karen behavior.
That's sucking, what is it, dependopotamus behavior.
God,
that's what that is.
Oh, anyways.
Oh, we are so far off track.
Do you like the other two or no?
We're a family workplace.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
No. Why? Toxic as fuck.
Why is that?
Yeah.
And also, why is that? And does it depend on the workplace?
Fine, I'll be nice. It depends on the workplace.
Why?
If they actually if they actually give a shit about their family and like really care to treat you about family, then maybe. But if they just say that, they're gonna take advantage of you. They're absolutely going to take advantage of your time and your workload, and they're going to burn you the fuck out, and they will not give a shit when you leave or they fire you.
Okay.
I fucking promise you. Know how I know? Lived it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's why I added it in there too, is that I think it drastically depends on the workplace itself, because there are, and also I would argue, industry.
Yes.
So like there are industries that, and it's not like hit or miss, but it's like it's so like say like contracting, right? Like cybersecurity and stuff like that, right? Is that there are contracts, it happens all the time. Contracts, they just come to an end. they get canceled or whatever, and then everybody just let go, right? That happens a lot. But on the other side of the coin with contracting and cybersecurity and IT in general, I guess, is that it is a very friendly atmosphere, like workplace and stuff like that. So it can seem like they try to foster a family kind of workplace culture. You know what I mean?
See, if you do it right, then it's fine.
Yeah.
But I find a lot of times when they're like, oh, we're like a family here. If I'm in a job interview and you say that, I don't want that job anymore. I don't care if you call me back and offer. I don't want that fucking job anymore. I'm not even joking. No, I literally, I worked that corporate job for a year. It was the worst fucking experience I've ever had in my entire life. And I am scarred forever. Like, never again.
I wonder if it's your industry.
Possibly.
Your industry is very...
I don't know. I don't even think, because my problem was it wasn't the work. Like, no, I don't hate corporate accounting. I really don't. I hated the people that I worked for because they were fucking awful.
Yeah,
like,
that's fair.
Just that was the thing that got me, was that it was all, oh yeah, we're a family. This is a family place, until the head of the family stepped away from the company. Yeah.
That's
great fucking family after that.
Well, I have one here that I thought was a pretty good, and this is applied to my last few contracts, jobs, whatever. But the rave for it that I had is, in the right environment, it can mean strong support, trust, and people who genuinely have your back. When it's real, it creates a team people actually enjoy being a part of. And even my last contract, which I left to build all this, I didn't hate the contract. I didn't hate the people or anything like that. There was individuals that I didn't really care for. But other than that, like, it was kind of a family workplace kind of style culture. And especially like if you want to like further your education, or if you want to take some courses or whatever, right? They were very understanding, and even like the schedule as well. Yeah. Like, I am able to do whatever the fuck I want with my schedule as long as I'm doing the work. Yeah. As long as you're, and there's a lot of workplaces or fields that just aren't like that. No. And it's it just becomes a very toxic, but I think I got very lucky with mine because it's a very not family friendly, but it's just a friendly workplace culture.
I mean, just that's what I'm saying, is that they're doing it right. They actually like give a shit about the work-life balance and stuff like that. Like, it's in my situation where it was getting to the point where, like, if anybody was like airing their grievances or something, they were firing people left and fucking right. And if you were like, hey,
I'm putting that illegal?
Oh yeah, if you were like, I'm putting in my 2 weeks, they were like, don't bother, clear out your shit and send your computer back. I'm not even joking. That's why, like, by the time I left, there was 2 people left in the accounting department. Me and my supervisor. Yeah. When he got fired, that's why I quit. Yeah. I was like, I'm not fucking doing, because then in the same breath, they told me, oh yeah, he got fired. By the by, we need you to train everybody tomorrow. Fuck you. All the way. That's all the way. I didn't even put in my 2 weeks. I just sent in my fucking resignation email. And I was like, I'm done. I packed up my shit that day. Absolutely not.
I think
like and that was already after like having worked weekends and shit like that, just to try and keep up with all the shit that they kept throwing at us. All because anytime somebody's having an issue, you think that the answer is to just fire them. And then just add more work onto the rest of the team.
Very toxic,
Go
toxic environment.
Fuck yourself.
And I think, I don't know. That's why I think I'm split between a rant and a rave for the family workplace culture.
If they can do it right, then fine.
I think like you have a horror story, right? Where like they said this and it was the complete opposite. Whereas like I've heard this and I've actually been a part of it. Yeah. I'm part of it, well, kind of right now. Yeah. So it's, I don't know, it can work out. And like I said, in the right environment, it can be great.
Because I definitely, they have to mean it though. I feel like I had that type of relationship with my supervisor because, I could go to him and be like, hey, I'm having trouble with or like, I don't understand this or whatever. And he'd be like, okay, give me a minute. Let's jump on a call. I'm going to walk you through this. And like, give you time, take your notes, do what you need to do. If you have any questions, let me know. Or I would be like, hey, I got to dip out a little bit early. Can I do that? And he's like, as long as you get your shit done, I don't care.
Exactly.
And I was like, fine, this is fucking great. I was like, you're the best supervisor I've ever had. And then everything went to shit. And I was like, well, if you're not going to fucking be here. Fuck that.
I'm not going to be here either.
I was like, you are the last thing holding me here.
Oh, God, that's so funny. All right, time for our next Am I the Asshole? So this story is titled, Am I the Asshole for Asking Parents to Pay Me Back? Some info about me, 20 male, uni student. I have saved up $6,000 so far, living at home, currently have a job for 1 more week, then I'll have to find part-time work. We are doing decent financially and not living paycheck to paycheck. Parents called me telling me to send them $1,350 for gold jewelry. At the time, I thought they would pay me back because I also have my tuition to pay, which is around $2,000. But now when I ask them about the money, they always hesitate or dodge the question or say something like, I bought everything you wanted. You can't buy me this? This isn't the first time this has happened. A few months ago, I was going to pay my tuition, so I took out money from the education plan my parents set up for me for the university, but they kept the money and never gave it to me. I've taken money out before, and they gave it to me no problem to pay for tuition. That set me back a lot as I had to pay $5,000 instead of $2,000. It's not like I need it really bad. I now have around $4,600 saved up before tuition. It just feels weird to ask for it back. It's like I'm begging them and it just doesn't seem right. My parents are very nice in general. I get things that I want and never had an issue. It just feels like a petty move asking parents to pay me back. I'm not sure why. I just think if you take money from someone, no matter the relationship, you should always pay them back. And there's an update. Forgot to add this in the post. They have told me eventually that I can send myself what I sent them, but then you got to think, why didn't they just pay for it in the first place? Do I even take it now? If so, do I try to be nice and take it in small amounts so it doesn't hurt them too bad financially? Do I just take the loss and move on? Am I the asshole for asking parents to pay me back?
I'm confused.
Okay.
So they asked for what, $1,300 for gold jewelry?
Yeah,
right?
$1,350 for gold jewelry.
And now they're saying that you can just take the money back whenever you need it. Sounds like you have access to their account.
Possibly. That's all that
just
it was
take the fucking
included.
money back and move on.
I think he's torn because, like he says, or like they say, it's a male, right?
Yeah,
it's a male. It just feels like a petty move asking parents to pay me back. I'm not sure why. But it comes back to the reason I picked this one is because it comes back to something that you brought up in the previous episode, where if you exchange money in like the family, don't expect to get paid back. And that's kind of what's happening here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this is parents called me telling me to send them $1,350 for gold jewelry.
That's fucking ridiculous.
To me,
I would have
different.
immediately said no, first of all. I would have been like, if you can't pay for this jewelry, then you don't need it. What do you mean? Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to try not to be such an asshole.
There's a lot of extra details in here that I don't think were properly
I feel
conveyed.
like there's a lot that's missing.
The core thing, though, is the question, right? Am I the asshole for asking parents to pay me back? So for the jewelry, right?
No, I think you got two options here. Either treat it as a gift, shut up and let it go, or two, they said that you can take the money, and shut up and let it go. Pick one.
That's fair.
You do not need to be doing this back and forth. You've already done it. They said, oh, well, you know where the money is. Go ahead and just take it. And I agree. If they had it, then why were they asking you for it? So again, if they said that you can take it and move on. Don't take it and shut up and move on.
I think that maybe it's a little more complicated in the fact that they may not have a whole lot of money, it sounds like. Because I bought you, it's quoted here, I bought everything you wanted. You can't buy me this. So like that makes it seem like they just don't have a whole lot of money. And that's why OP is kind of torn between just like taking all of it or just like taking small chunks or just saying goodbye to it altogether.
Call it a gift and move on.
I think that's a good call.
Let it go and don't loan them any more
it's
money.
not even a loan, yeah.
Don't. No. If they ask you for money, make sure that it's money that you don't need, so you're not expecting it back.
That's fair.
And if you do need it and you would expect it back, say no, because you technically don't have it then.
And then
if it's already spoken for bills, you don't have it.
And if you keep doing that, it's just going to continue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what's your verdict?
Not the asshole, but you need to fucking shit or get off the pot.
Okay.
Make a move.
I didn't write down the verdict. I think it was pretty split. There was a lot of kind of different opinions, but I got the 3 top comments. The first one is, why did you give them money in the first place?
Yeah.
Gold jewelry isn't a need, it's a want. Why should they be able to use your money for it? Next time they ask, just say, I'm sorry, but that is my savings for emergencies. Everyone sucks here. Was that verdict? Second one is, parents shouldn't be rewarded for doing what they are supposed to, not the asshole.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, anytime that comes up, I went on a whole fucking rant about it like a week or 2 ago. I won't do it again.
Yeah.
But yes, that is always my thing, because people were going fucking crazy on that. I don't know if you saw that one. I think it was probably because of the way that I clipped it. And I'm not going to lie, I think I might have clipped it like that on purpose because I knew it was going to ruffle some feathers.
Okay.
But yeah, so like the one where the dad was like charging the kid rent.
Oh, yeah.
I don't agree with that shit at all. I don't. As soon as they turn 18, you don't get to turn around and be like, well, now you get to pay rent. And like, you don't get to throw in their face like,
especially in a broken
I did
home.
Everything I was supposed to do for you. You did what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
What you were legally required to do. I would have been taken away. Maybe it would have been better.
Yeah.
Like, given the different situations, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I hate that
that's
shit.
fair.
Sorry, I said I wasn't going to do that.
The last one is definitely not the asshole at this point. Your parents aren't borrowing money. They're running a no interest, no repayment bank called Because We Raised You.
Yeah.
Which is exactly to that point.
Just bullshit.
Yeah.
If you are going to turn that shit around on your kids, do not have them.
Exactly.
And then if you do that, don't turn around and be like, why don't my kids talk to me?
Yeah. Yeah, I would absolutely avoid you.
Yeah.
I would cut you off completely.
Like,
just because I was born doesn't mean that you're going to coast off of my accomplishments.
I don't understand
That's not how this
that
fucking
way
works.
of thinking. I
can't
have
stand
never
that because,
understood that.
Some parents will be like, you owe us everything because you were born. You were there for that one thing. Like, everything since we've not lived together, or however you want to look at it, right? Whatever your situation is. From that point up until now, you haven't been a part of any of the success.
Even still, like I said, typically when they do shit like that, they have done the barest of bare minimums from the time you were born until the day you turned 18.
Yeah.
Probably at fucking midnight on that day, because they could not wait to be done with that responsibility, because people like that should not be parents.
Yeah, that's very true.
Just, that is what it is.
That's funny. I definitely would say, I don't even know. I don't think I gave my verdict for this one.
I don't think you're the asshole, but
I don't think so.
I don't
know. I do agree though. You're definitely not the asshole. And I would just cut your losses.
Yeah, I think you need to just let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go. Don't do it again.
Exactly.
And be careful with your money.
Yeah.
I know you're like,
Stop
I'm doing
supporting other
okay.
people.
I don't live paycheck to. That's fine. If you want to continue living that way, stop doing shit like
Especially
this.
for gold jewelry.
Yes.
All right, time for Maybe It's Not That Bad. This one is about something that most people hate, but you actually don't mind, or you think wouldn't be that bad. So this week we got leaving people on red, Mondays, cooking at home instead of eating out, not being busy all the time.
Oh, I love not being busy all the time.
Okay.
That's the best ever.
You want to start there?
Yeah.
Why is it not that bad?
I'm trying to think of a time when I wasn't busy all the time. I don't know. It's just, it really is nice to just be like, I did everything. I'm done. I have like a break between my next obligation or something. I don't know. Like, it's nice to just have that downtime. I need it for sure.
My biggest one is our relaxing time at night.
Yes.
Is very well protected.
Yes.
'Cause I know the kids are always wanting to be a part of
Yeah,
that.
they're like, can we stay up late? No.
Absolutely fucking not. That
Go
is
to bed.
adult time. But what I do, and sometimes you work. You know, sometimes you do like editing and stuff like that.
Which is fine, because then I can just, I can still sit and like relax relax in the
But
recliner.
that's busy.
Like,
That's still busy though.
I guess, yeah.
For me, I don't do, unless it's something that absolutely needs to get done or something like that. Then obviously I'll address it. But like if it can wait till tomorrow, I'm not. That is my protected time, my fucking decompressing time where I just game and we watch our show or a movie or whatever, right? And that's just a protected time where that's my not being busy all the time.
I get some of my best ideas when we're just relaxing.
There it is.
So that's why I'm like, if I think of something, like if I'm playing my game or whatever, I'll shut that shit off and I'm like, open OneNote and like, I need to get this out because I won't remember tomorrow. Or I'm like, honestly, give it 10 minutes and I'll see something happen on Grace. And I'm like, fuck, that was a really good idea and I lost it.
And that's actually, that's actually a good point too, is like some of the best ideas come when you step away.
Exactly.
Even if it's for a short period, like you need that time to just step away, clear your mind, and just get like a fresh kind of perspective on it.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah.
So, I mean, even, like I will do the work and stuff, but I do try to do like the lesser of the work that I need to do at night, just so it's not, try not to do anything stressful.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. What about the other ones?
I forgot what they were.
So leaving people on red, Mondays, and cooking at home instead of eating out.
We have eaten out a lot recently, and I'm like looking forward to eating at home.
That's
honestly.
Good. Well, yeah, that's because the reason we did it last week was because
it was the last week of taxes season,
and that's always a busy week for you.
It was hell.
It was just a busy week in general.
It was a lot the whole week. I'm still just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like feel like a zombie. Yeah, so now, like this morning, bright and early, I was like, I'm taking some fucking chicken out of the freezer.
There you go.
I'm already planning. We're getting back to our chicken, rice, and veggies. Like I need to eat a vegetable that I have prepared.
Yeah. And usually, I mean, pretty much every time, the food is better when it's, especially if it's somebody that can cook. You know what I mean? Like it's.
Yeah, you just kind of start to get sick of everything else. Like I think you don't realize how similar things taste until you're like eating out all the time.
Absolutely.
And then you're like, that's why like towards the end of the week, I was like, I don't give a fuck what we eat because it's all the same shit.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
I don't care. Like at this point, I'm just going to wait until I'm starving and then you just find a place and I'll pick something on the menu.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
but
fair.
Yeah, so
that's what happens when you eat out too much.
Yeah.
For sure.
So now that it's, not really dying down, but more so it's dying down.
Is done.
Exactly. It's dying down to where like I can manage it a lot better.
Especially when you're on your own schedule.
That's what I was going to say. I'm not trying to like keep appointments and everything like that. So it's going to be a lot easier to stick with things. But yeah.
What about Mondays?
I don't know. I guess I don't really.
Do you dread Mondays?
I don't know that I like dread them. I definitely get a case of the Mondays sometimes where I'm like, I don't want to do anything.
Well, that's okay.
I don't think I don't dread them like I used to, I guess. Yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah.
They're okay.
I think you definitely have to, I think if you're truly enjoying life, like you're really making the most of it, stuff like that, you don't dread Mondays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and like the case to me personally, it's two completely different things. Cause like you can get, you know, a Monday is just like case of the Mondays, right?
Yeah.
Where it's just like, oh, it ends up being a weird day or it's just an off day or whatever. Like that's different than like you, like Sunday night, you're fucking dreading.
That's what I was going to say is like, I used to have that where like I would
in
be
the
like,
military, I fucking dreaded Mondays.
I would be like, I don't even want to go to sleep because I know I have to wake up and just fucking
do
go back to the shit.
Again.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like, I don't feel like that at all. So I would say they're not that bad.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And I would agree because, and I think that's, I don't know, the only thing I can think of, the only term I can think of is like the American dream kind of thing. You know what I mean? Is like, that's to me, like that's one of the American dreams is like, if you dread Mondays every fucking week, you're not living, you know, you're not living.
It's so
to like,
exhausting starting off your week like that. Like that was really like, I don't even know if that was the biggest part that contributed to like my burnout. Definitely like the mental health decline. For sure.
Absolutely. If you dread every Monday.
Yeah, and like literally it would just be like, I got fucking 5 more days of this.
Yeah, see, that's not a way. I feel like at that point you're living to work.
Yeah.
And like you're not really like, I don't know, you're not doing.
Yeah, like it got to the point where I was like struggling to enjoy the weekend because I was like, I know that I have to go back and do this shit on Monday.
And I know some people are gonna, some people have the opinion of like, well, it doesn't matter because I have to provide for my family, or like I have this job or whatever. And I understand that. I respect it. I did it for a long time.
Yeah,
right?
I get it.
But you can still continuously progress to the life that you want. Right?
Yeah.
If you're just going to use that as not an excuse, but if you're just going to use that as your reason to just be miserable, you're not doing yourself a service. Like you can still provide for your family and do that job and everything, but you can also start building to something where like you don't fucking hate your life.
Yeah, definitely.
Life's too goddamn short to just fucking hate life. Like that's insane to me.
Yeah, I feel like once you get out of that like cycle, if you're ever unfortunate enough to find yourself in it, like you don't realize how awful it feels being in it, and then like you're desperate to not ever go back to that.
That would be like me going back to the military.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's how I feel.
That.
Anytime I think about doing like a corporate job again, I'm like, I don't think I can do it, because that shit took me out for like a good couple years. I'm not gonna lie. That took me out for a long time.
Yeah, that's true. I
can't do that again.
That's fair.
I just got back.
Oh, God.
I just got my sporkle.
That's funny.
You don't get it because you don't watch Vanderpump.
That's actually a really good segue though, because it's time for Feel Good for the Week. Because it's important to know that there's still good shit happening in the world. So this story is titled "Woman Braves Frigid Water to Rescue Seagull Trapped and Hooked by Fishing Line." A woman was dubbed a hero after she rescued an injured seagull that had been stuck in fishing line for more than 5 hours near the Irish Sea. Dramatic photos show Lorraine Ballar swimming out 50 feet in frigid Stanley Park Lake in Blackpool, Lancashire, I think, to save the injured gull whose leg was trapped in fishing tackle. The exhausted animal was spotted by wildlife rescue volunteer Stuart Beaton, who had noticed the gull hadn't moved for 5 hours. He alerted his team at Brambles Wildlife Rescue, and they called Lorraine. She has extensive experience saving lives with the Royal National Lifeboat Institution, the charity that operates 24/7 search and rescue missions around England and trains lifeguards for her beaches. Thankfully, hero Lorraine, who is a friend of the rescue, offered her help, said Mel Greenhall of Brambles. She pulled on her wetsuit and swam out to give the seagull an emergency assist. Waiting on the shore, Stewart captured photos, then carefully removed the hook and transported to the clinic. The gull is now being cared for by the staff members at Brambles, who treated her with antibiotics and gave her anti-inflammatory medication, as well as a new nickname, Patience. Even though the swim was just 50 feet, 15 meters, Mel was impressed. That's no mean feat swimming with a gull under your arm. Luckily, she only chewed on her wetsuit. That was pretty cool, though.
That's funny.
5 hours it was stuck there. That's fucking
that's
insane.
Nice that they did that they caught it and everything like that.
Exactly. And then just let it sit there.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Before we wrap up, we want to let everybody know, we want to hear from you, whether you agree, disagree, have some topic requests, or maybe you have your own Am I the Asshole or even a feel-good story. We want to hear about it. So feel free to drop a comment, send us a direct message, or email us. All links are available at our website, which is therantingpodcast.com. Anything you want to add before we wrap up?
I don't think so.
Are you looking forward to your Rants on the Rocks?
Yeah.
When is that coming out?
So. It's next Wednesday.
Well, we got to put a date on it.
The 29th, I think, was the date. I don't know. I looked at the calendar.
We're filming it
earlier.
this week, and it comes out on the 29th.
Yes, and we are going to be covering Into the Manosphere, the Netflix documentary by, I think it's Louis Theroux.
Okay.
And it's been pretty controversial, I guess.
Okay. I haven't heard anything about
it. Not really, like, not necessarily against what he's done. Well, the Manosphere doesn't like it, but who cares?
Is that like an organization, or is that just like a...
It's like I mean, I don't know how to
Like
explain it without like getting super far
okay.
into it. They'll
wait till we
explain
cover
it. Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say, watch the documentary and it'll explain it probably significantly better than I can.
Okay.
So
well, check out Rants on the Rocks when that comes out.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for us. If you like the show, feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see everyone next week.
Yay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.